got there on your neck? A boil?
Miss Worth, I wrestled that burned boil
Have
off
you
of my...
tried putting soap and sugar poultice on it?
No, ma'am, I ain't.
If you get down this minute and come in the house, I'll fix it for you. That's right.
You gonna hurt me?
No, that's a shame. It looks awful.
Well, looks like your prayer straightened everything out.
So you think your gun changed Frederick Carson, huh?
Who says I pointed a gun?
I do.
Well, I didn't.
And he gave in more easily than I expected. They remember this, Court. The Lord moves in mysterious manner at times using strange methods and odd instruments.
Me?
Mm.
Well, that would be odd.
I just get a gnawing hankering after good pies and truck like that.
Oh, Frederick Carson.
Yes, ma'am?
Now, I want you to have some of these. They're awful good with coffee in the morning.
Makes me want to go home and shoot my Chinese cook.
You just come back for more any time you like. There are always plenty.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frederick.
Goodbye. Man ought to see more of his neighbors. Hey, wonderful woman, that Mrs. Worth. Look, she fixed my boil.
Penny! Excuse me, I think Father wants to give thanks.
Oh, he already thanked me.
I know. I think now he'd like to thank someone else.
Hey, hold my plunder while I get aboard, will you? You know, Mrs. Worth's going to keep me supplied in pies. I want to bring her over a quarter of beef now and then. Finally come to an understanding with my neighbors.
You sure did.
Oh, well, of course, you know I was just scared to death when I made that speech to them people. I'm glad you made me go.
So the mean old neighbor had made new friends with the Quakers.
Dinner.
How bad's dinner gonna be?
Oh, roast venison and vegetables, and, of course, a skimpy chicken.
Well, with a pie and cake, I'll try to make out.
Chicken or venison?
Both. I feel real good.
Oh, you do?
New dress.
Oh, it's first day. You call it Sunday. Kurt, do me a favor and hitch up the team for Father.
Sure.
And will you do me another favor? Go for a ride with us.
Where?
You're not to ask. It's a surprise. It's a pleasant one.
Hey, Quirt, we got a surprise for you.
He knows. I told him.
Thought you weren't allowed to work on Sunday.
Oh, Quirt, there's nothing we're not allowed to do. It's just that we don't believe in doing what we know is wrong.
Well, that makes it pretty much each fella's own guess.
But each fellow knows inside.
Well, there's a lot of gents I wouldn't want to give that much leeway to.
Frighten you, miss. Is there a fellow named Quirt Evans around here?
Well, yes, I'll get him.
Never mind. I can do my talking to you. Has he been here long?
About 3 weeks, I guess.
He didn't disappear for, say, 2 days during that time, did he?
No.
Hello, you weather-beaten old hangman. Penny, this is Wistful McClintock, the marshal of the territory.
Hi, miss.
And don't let that gray hair fool you. He's a curly wolf.
Hello, Quirt. See, I thought I had you about half hung. Tall fella, fast with a gun, held up the Baker stage, killed a couple. Now, you're right tall, and some say you're a fast man. But I guess I'll have to take the little lady's word for it. When are you and Laredo Stevens going to get around to killing one another?
Laredo? Well, we water our horses out of the same trough.
Well, I'm sure looking forward to hanging the survivor. You know, I'm a figuring man. Sometimes I don't know all the answers. Like that fella, Quirt Evans. Handy man with a Colt. While he was acting as Wyatt Earp's deputy over the Tombstone, one day he turns in his badge and starts building himself a nice cattle spread. Suddenly sells out and goes on a prod. Why? That's when I ain't figured yet. Sometimes things connect. About that time, a fella called Walt Ennis went down in front of Laredo Stevens. Walt was Regent at the time, and some say that a gambler standing there grabbed his hand. Maybe that's connected. How did you stand with Walt Ennis?
Know him?
The two things connected?
I know a lot of people.
Well, I'll figure it out. I usually do. I'm patient. Young lady, don't be looking at him with your eyes all bugged out like a cowbird's. There ain't no future in it. So long, folks.
Quirt, please stay away from Laredo Stevens.
He owes me money. And don't worry, I might come out on top.
That'd be even worse.
Worse? That'd be worse if he goes down than if I go down?
Of course, don't you see that?
Oh, I know. I'd be a guy with a marred soul.
Don't make it sound so crude, Quirt. You see why I couldn't love you.
All right. I won't look up Laredo. It's better this way. Every time he opens a door, every time he hears footsteps coming around a corner, Laredo will start sweating, thinking it's me. His food won't set well the rest of his life. Well, all right, but if I'm going to be holy, I got to get some fun out of it.
So Quirt Evans, the bad man, goes off to his first church meeting.
You know, I feel like such a gadabout. It seems hardly a whole week since last Thursday.
And who does he run into but one of the outlaws that he used to run with?
Hey, Quirt! I thought it was you. Well, well, well.
Hello. Mr. and Miss Worth, Randy McCall.
How you do? How do you do?
Just fine, thank you.
Well, well, well.
You said that before. We don't want to keep you if you're in a hurry.
Well, I'm in no hurry. I got no place to go.
Well, we have.
Would you care to come along with us?
Well, sure. Where?
To meeting.
To meeting? Yes, to meeting. You don't want to go, do you?
Be nice if you could.
We'd be happy to have any friend of Quirt's.
You would? Well, that's just fine. You know, ma'am, I sure am an old friend of Quirt's. Why, I remember one time we were chousing cattle down near the Llano River. Herd stampeded, and Quirt pulled me right out from underneath him. Then there was another time, remember? In Opal's Palace down in San Antone?
We're late.
I know, but I was only
Goodbye.
trying to...
If you can join us, it's in the Grove, just the other side of town.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good day.
Get along. Good day.
Why askest thou me concerning that which is good? One there is who is good. But if thou wouldst enter into life, keep the commandments. He saith unto him, which? And God said, Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
comes out of this thing that makes it worth all this work?
Frozen pudding. Hello, Nelson.
Hello, Penny.
Nelson Craig, Quirt Evans.
How do you do?
Howdy.
Nelson's our horseshoer.
Oh.
By the way, I brought that maple sugar you like so much.
Oh,
Excuse me. I'll put it here.
Well, thank you.
Oh, say, isn't this the Morgan baby?
Yes, I'm minding him.
He's sure a cute little fella. He looks just like his father. Oh, I'm coming out next week to shoe the horses, Penny.
Oh, fine. Oh, fine. Well, I'll get some water.
Here, let me help you.
Here, twirl this thing. Frozen pudding.
Hold them a minute, Quirt. I want some of those flowers.
You sick or something?
I don't believe it.
It's a baby.
Yeah, I know. Is it old enough to talk?
Of course not.
Well, if it can't talk, it can't snitch. Look, I got something I think you'd like to hear. Laredo Stevens is planning a big play. He's going to jump up some guys that are moving a trail herd up from the north. I figured that maybe you and me and a couple of friends could sort of play copycat. Well, you heard me, didn't you?
You can have my part of it.
What am I listening to? Are you passing up a chance to blister Laredo?
That's right.
What's the matter with you, Quirt? This farm what? Oh, the dame.
Sticking your head in this bucket will shut you up.
You're getting awful touchy lately. You never used to mind what I said.
Hello.
Hi.
Come along with the water, Quirt.
Shut up.
Quirt, would you come over here? Sit down. May I have your attention? Friends, we all know the purpose of this meeting is threefold. As always, to give thanks for the goodness bestowed upon us, but also to give thanks for the particular that the fields are again watered and the crops and the livestock thrive.
There's two mushroom routes right at the head of the valley. If you stick a look out there, you can see a herd coming for 10 miles. Here.
Quirt Evans. Friends, we are happy to present you with this token of our friendship for you.
So Quirt Evans receives his very first Bible.
This is Quirt Evans. We're happy to have him here with us because he provided another incident which reaffirms our belief that all men are good if they are shown the light. He persuaded Frederick Carson to let down the water by showing him that a man who is a friend to other men is a happy man himself.
May I shake your hand, Quirt Evans?